like you. Be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Your Pop. In a world where idols are expected to be flawless, confident, and effortlessly perfect at everything, there's something unbelievably refreshing about seeing Jimin simply being human. Not on stage with dazzling lights. Not performing alongside BTS in front of thousands. But sitting quietly with his phone, staring at Instagram like it just presented him with the hardest puzzle of his life. Instagram is hard, loudly crying face, he once admitted. And just like that, the global superstar turned into the most relatable person on the planet. Because today, instead of breaking records or trending for a breathtaking performance, Jimin is trending for something far softer, zooming in on his own photos, studying them with serious concentration, as if the screen might reveal a hidden secret. It's such a small thing. Such an ordinary thing. Yet when it's Jimin, it becomes something completely unforgettable. There is something about Jimin that always makes the world feel softer, and it's not only his angelic voice or the way he commands the stage with BTS. Sometimes, it's the smallest, most ordinary things that make him unforgettable. Like struggling with Instagram. A global superstar. A man followed by millions. A performer who has filled stadiums around the world. And yet, when it comes to Instagram, he turns into the most endearing, slightly confused human being ever. Today's episode? Jimin zooming in on his own photos. Black heart face with hand over mouth. Picture this, he uploads a photo. Everything looks fine. The lighting is beautiful. The angle is perfect. Fans are already flooding the comments. But instead of confidently moving on, Jimin goes back to his profile, taps on his picture, and slowly pinches the screen to zoom in. Twice. Maybe 3 times. He studies his own face like he's investigating a mystery. Is my hair okay? Does this look weird? Why do my eyes look like that? The image of him concentrating so seriously on something so simple is almost too cute to handle. He's not doing it to admire himself. He's not being vain. He genuinely looks like someone trying to figure out how this whole thing works. 2 weeks ago, he openly admitted, Instagram is hard, loudly crying-faced. And that one sentence melted everyone. In a world where celebrities are expected to be effortlessly perfect at everything, Jimin had no problem saying, I don't get this. No ego. No pretending. Just honest confusion, with a crying emoji for dramatic effect. It's so him. There was even that playful moment when someone teased him, upload the song, You Little Rascal. Instead of acting cool about it, Jimin replied softly, sorry. Loudly crying face. That tiny, shy apology felt so genuine. As if he truly felt bad for not posting quickly enough. As if disappointing fans, even in the smallest way, actually weighs on his heart. But how can anyone ever be upset at him? And then there's Jungkook. Watching Jimin navigate social media is probably one of Jungkook's secret sources of entertainment. While Jungkook tends to be naturally comfortable with technology, Jimin approaches it like he's cautiously stepping into unknown territory. At some point, Jungkook reacted with pure fondness, almost helplessly asking, why is he so cute? That question honestly represents half the fandom. Because it's not forced. Jimin isn't trying to be adorable. He just is. There's something incredibly charming about someone so globally powerful still being adorably clueless about everyday digital things. He can execute flawless choreography. He can hold a stadium in silence with one emotional note. But ask him to master Instagram features? Suddenly he's squinting at his screen, zooming into his own pictures like he's analyzing fine art. Maybe he's checking if the filter is too strong. Maybe he's worried about a tiny detail no one else would ever notice. Maybe he just likes seeing the photo up close. Whatever the reason, it turns into a moment that feels intimate and warm. Being an idol at Jimin's level means living under constant scrutiny. Every post gets analyzed. Every caption gets dissected. Every emoji becomes a theory. That kind of pressure can make social media exhausting. And yet he still tries. He still logs in. He still experiments. And when he struggles, he admits it. That honesty is rare. It makes him relatable. Because who hasn't opened Instagram and felt confused by a new feature? Who hasn't stared at their own post wondering if they should delete it and re-upload it? Jimin just does it in front of millions of people. And somehow, instead of making him look less polished, it makes him more lovable. You can almost imagine Jungkook watching him zoom in and out of the screen, shaking his head with a soft smile. Not mocking. Not judging. Just quietly amused and deeply fond. Their dynamic has always been layered with comfort and playfulness. In moments like this, it's less about fame and more about familiarity. Two people who have known each other for years. One slightly technologically challenged. The other secretly entertained by it. And honestly, it's these tiny, ordinary details that feel the most precious. Not the award speeches. Not the massive performances. Not the headline moments. But Jimin sitting somewhere, carefully zooming into his own Instagram post like he's solving a puzzle. He probably doesn't even realize how adorable it is. To him, it's just curiosity. Maybe even insecurity. Maybe he just wants to make sure everything looks okay. But to everyone watching, it's a reminder that behind the superstar image is someone soft, thoughtful, and sometimes hilariously unsure. Instagram is hard, he said. And maybe it is. But watching Jimin figure it out? That's the easiest thing in the world to love. So today, he zoomed in on his own photos again. Tomorrow, he might accidentally post something twice. Next week, he might discover a new feature and look completely amazed by it. And somewhere nearby, Jungkook will probably smile and think the same thing once more. Why is he so cute? Smiling face with hearts. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the app. It's about Jimin being unapologetically himself, even when that means struggling with Instagram in the most endearing way possible. And somehow, that small, simple struggle makes the world feel a little warmer. Blackheart. And maybe that's the real magic of Jimin. Not just the flawless performances. Not just the breathtaking vocals. Not just the powerful presence he carries as part of BTS. But the tiny, unfiltered moments in between, when he frowns at his screen, zooms in on his own photo for the third time, and quietly tries to figure things out. Instagram is hard, he said once. And instead of laughing at him, the world felt closer to him. Because in that confession, in that shy, sorry, loudly crying face, in that serious little zoom-in gesture, we see someone genuine. Someone who doesn't pretend to know everything. Someone who can fill a stadium with confidence but still hesitate over a social media app. And maybe somewhere nearby, Jungkook is still smiling softly, wondering the same thing we all do. How can someone so talented, so admired, be this unbelievably cute? In the end, it's never really about Instagram. It's about Jimin being unapologetically himself, soft, sincere, slightly confused, and endlessly lovable. And that's exactly why we adore him. Blackheart.